What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel, and today we're going on a little figure hunt at Luke and Cade's Toy Chest in Woodbury, New Jersey. They carry a little bit of everything. Of course, I like looking at the wrestling, but I love seeing all the different lines they have, so hopefully they got something good. So instead of going right to the wrestling, I decided to check out the entire store from front to back. There was a section for DC, and then I saw this section for Masters of the Universe, which I thought was pretty cool. They had two different older lines of Mattel stuff, like Ram Man and He-Man and stuff like that. Really cool to see, but not exactly something that I or my friends collect. They had the modern Mattels with the usual stuff you see, like Tila, Man-at-Arms. Couple loose figures here, and then they have the bagged up Lucy's that come with all the accessories, which are actually pretty cool and really well priced. So behind me over here was some more DC stuff. I kind of just skimmed it real quick and came back to it later. Again, I love that they bag up their Lucy's with the Luke and Cade's Toy Chest logo. Really cool, usually really good prices as well. Always have end caps, or was Clayface and stuff, but then I noticed the WWE stuff, so I had to just come, give it a little skim. They had a WWE MOTU Roman Reigns for $9.99, which I really debated picking up. Bunch of John Cena figures, a bunch of different accessories, like the Demolition vest, the Batista vest. Pretty good price. They were like $1.99, $2.99 each, some of them. A bunch of different Cenas, like I said. Other accessories. They had that Smash and Slam DDP, but I really wasn't sure if I have this variant. I'm pretty sure I do, but it wasn't worth picking up right now because I don't think anybody else is going to buy it, especially before the next time I come. Up here, they had those Eagle Moss stuff. They had Roddy Piper and the Rock and Sock. A couple retros, Dean, Goldberg, AJ Styles. They have the Rock, TMNT, and here's all the stuff, the modern stuff we wanted to look at. There's AJ, Finn, Elizabeth. We got Ronda, AJ Styles, of course. There's Drake Maverick, Kyle O'Reilly. They were all the standard edition, no chases there, because I knew you guys were probably going to ask. They had Shorty G, and I was debating getting it, but $12.99, I was like, do I really care about the Shorty G figure? Not really. I was hoping that they had the Fiend, but they did not. I need Fiend from that line, from that series. I think it's 114, because I collect all the Bray Wyatt stuff, but they did not have them. Of course, the usual Cenas, Balor's. Up here they had Ricochet. They had Ivar, Eric, bunch of Baileys and Ricochets. The usual suspects we see everywhere else. Kofi Kingston. I was kind of disappointed, to be honest. I was hoping they were going to have more loose stuff. Here's the championship showdowns. They got Taker and Jeff Hardy, Alexa and Sasha. There's the new Lashley and Booker T, The Rock and Triple H, which is probably the best one up until this point that's in stores. Looking forward to the Ric Flair and Giant, but that was pretty much everything they had for wrestling, which was kind of disappointing. They had these, the Pirates of Dark Waters. I don't know if you guys remember these, but I love these figures, and they had an awesome pirate ship that you could play with the figures on. I never had it as a kid and always wanted it, so it was cool to see. Very nostalgic to see that. Here's some loose turtles. Again, they weren't really stocked to the brim on some stuff. There's a small section of G.I. Joes. Over here's the horror stuff. Turtles in Time, the Wild Stallions. They have a lot of cool stuff. Crash Bandicoot. There's the It figures, Alien. This weird Elvis on tour figure that I've never seen before. But I thought it was, interesting. Interesting to stock so many of them, nonetheless. Here's the McFarlane section, Spawn, and all that stuff. They had Star Wars, which I ended up coming back to, but Ace Ventura, like the Toonie Terror style figure. Again, I came back to the Star Wars stuff later, but here is the Marvel. They had a bunch, and I was just enamored with the Marvel stuff. I'm not even a big comic book guy, but it made me kind of want to get into it. So, so here is some X-Men stuff. Again, there was so much. I was overwhelmed. I didn't know where to start. came back over to G.I. Joe stuff. Nothing was really popping out to me. It seemed like it was more newer style G.I. Joes, so I kind of just skipped over that. Came over here. I noticed that they had a Detolf right over here, and it had some wrestling stuff, so I wanted to see it. It was a custom Hollywood Hogan that they've had forever. There was some Masters stuff, a random NWO Lex Luger Smash and Slam. They had the Wrestling Superstars Nikolai, which I was trying to get a shot of the price tag under it for you guys, but I couldn't get it. But it was $125 and it was split open. So over here is their pop section, which is a pretty epic pop section. They have literally everything. They even have loose pops bagged up, but not that many people collect loose anymore. But there's the Pennywise with no makeup. A lot of cool stuff. They had pretty much all the new pops there. They had The Rock, Mr. T, Naomi, Eva Marie, but you know, Eva Marie, you can't really give that away anymore. But they did. They had everything. I was looking to see if they had any new South Park pops, but I think I'm pretty much up to date on them. There's these He-Man style horror figures, which I think are so badass, and I kind of want to get into them for Halloween. There's Zorn and all those other Funko style things. But yeah, it's a pretty epic Funko section. There was a lot of people waiting for me to get out of the way so they could check, so I kind of just skimmed through everything as quickly as I possibly could. So I decided to move over from the pop stuff and go back to the original action figure section and, you know, check out the Star Wars stuff, the Marvel stuff a little bit more, because I realized I didn't spend too much time over there. So I came over. Here's the McFarlane stuff again. They had, you know, the NFL, MLB stuff. Didn't really miss anything for the wrestling. I was debating getting that Roman Reigns, but figured I'm not going to start a loose WWE Masters of the Universe collection. So it didn't make sense for me to pick up the figure, especially since it's not really worth much more than that loose, because it's not exactly the figure everybody's after. But they really didn't have any Transformers stuff. I came over here to the DC. They had older things, but I always thought that these Gotham figures were absolutely amazing. If you don't know anything about Diamond Select, the quality of the action figures is absolutely insane. The attention to detail is so impressive. I actually collect some of the Kevin Smith figures. They have like Clerks and Mallrats and all that, and just the quality of them and how much attention to detail they do is incredible. But I was checking out these new modernized DC stuff. Thought this Harley Quinn was pretty sick. I know it's not exactly brand new, but $20, I think it's a pretty ultimate figure over here. But again, we're not DC collectors, so I didn't really pick up anything. Unfortunately, they didn't have too much that I was interested in buying, but I do think that they had a good selection of stuff that I think you guys would be interested in seeing. So, passing the wrestling stuff again. Over here at the Star Wars, they had tons of Power of the Force. They were all between like $8 and $10 each, which I guess is standard. I'm sure if you came and you wanted to buy a bunch of them, that they would cut you a deal. Easily, they would, if you bought a bunch, because I don't think that they necessarily want all of these. I think they probably bought out somebody's collection, not realizing that there's, you know, not as much value to them anymore. But I used to have all of them. And then I was looking at the modern stuff, some Landos, and I love the old style packaging when companies try to recreate old style iconic packaging. It's just one of my favorite things. And here's the clearance bins. These are 40 and 50% off. So probably, I'm assuming they're probably 20 bucks each, and then 40 or 50% off. So not bad for a pretty, you know, high quality action figure, I guess. If you're a completist and you don't have those, you know, minor characters. So before I left, I wanted to give you guys a better view of the Marvel stuff. They had a ton of the Marvel Legends series, all different characters, all different sets, all different series and Build-A-Figure sets. Some really cool figures, but I didn't see like complete series. So if you're looking for full sets, doesn't look like they have any right now, but if you're looking to piece together certain sets, or you're missing a figure, or you need a Build-A-Figure piece, it's probably a good spot to go, because they seem like they were pretty fairly priced as far as it goes with retail. Here's more Diamond Select figures of the Marvel variety, which this Kingpin is absolutely insane. That thing weighed like 5 pounds. It was such a heavy action figure. They had this cool Professor X like statue. It's like a 3 or 4 piece statue that kind of just plugs together, and it looks just like the cartoon. Down here they had the Punisher. They had some Ghostbuster stuff from Diamond Select. I think they were $24 each, which is pretty standard as far as Diamond goes. But the packages are huge. Like, I don't think you could possibly be a mint on card Diamond Select collector, because they just take up so much space. Look at that thin little Spider-Man, and look how big the packaging is. Like, it's impressive, it's cool, it stands out, but it's just way too much. But they are beautifully sculpted and beautifully designed and painted action figures. They also had, as you can see right there, some old Marvel comics from the Toy Biz set. I was just like skimming through them. I used to have all of these. These just brought me back to my childhood seeing these. Very cool. And of course they had a bunch of loose stuff, but we left with pretty much nothing. I did go back over because I was debating picking up that Roman, but I decided not to. So if you're interested in coming down to Loot & Cade's toy chest, I definitely suggest it. They're always getting new stuff in. In fact, when I was there, they were buying 2 or 3 different collections from guys that were in line waiting to sell them. They're always loading stuff up, and it takes them a little bit to get stuff out, but they're always updating their inventory, and they have great prices. They're not anything that you can find at retail, it's equivalent to or actually cheaper than retail for the most part. Very cool store, very good guys, always helpful, always nice, and sometimes you can find a nice diamond in the rough. So if you're interested, go to 164 South Broad Street in Woodbury, New Jersey, and tell them Figio sent you. So hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Keep coming back for more. Take it easy, guys. Peace. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at FigHeal and at Unreleased Wrestling Figs. And you can visit the merch store at Pro Wrestling Tees and check out the Unreleased Wrestling Figure coloring books available now on Amazon.com, including Prime shipping.